Hey everybody, it's your boy TY and Stone Muscle, and I was having some technical difficulties with my computer here. So if it cuts off and doesn't put me right back on, you just have to forgive me until I get everything straightened out and situated. Um, Today, as you can see, the title is Kensington Part 2, um, Philadelphia, Philadelphia, PA. So, excuse me for a second. Had to retrieve my drinks here. Uh, I have my Malbec wine, and I have my water. And later on in my videos, when I start showing the 50-year-olds how to work out and what I do to stay in shape, I'm going to tell you the importance of drinking water and a lot of it. So, and as you can see, these glasses, my glasses are, I love glasses. I don't like that red cup stuff, that styrofoam stuff. That's just too. I don't want to say it's too ghetto. I just want to say it's just too cheap looking, and it just doesn't. It's not a good look. So for my other videos that I have, I think I was drinking from the original bottle of Douce, and I want to apologize for that because for all the youth out there that I'm trying to talk to and that I'm trying to reach, that wasn't a good look. You know what I mean? But it was Friday, it was Saturday night, Friday or Saturday. I can't remember which day it is because that's the only day that I will indulge myself in a nice drink. Um, um, it just won't happen again. If I do drink my beverages of choice, it will be in a glass. So, like I said, forgive me for that, and I deeply apologize. So let me go on to Kensington Part 2. And another thing, if it sounds like it's kind of corny because I'm saying Part 2 and Part 3 and Part 4, it's really just a continuation of what I see the next day or how I feel the next day that I can bring content to my YouTube channel. So just bear with the little corniness for a little while until I figure out how to give you better content and to continue it on to a better chapter, or should I say, hey, maybe that's what I should call it. Maybe I should say chapter 2 or chapter 3 or something like that. I was driving through Kensington today. Today is Sunday, February 22nd. Actually, it was the 21st. So I drove through Kensington today again, and I don't know why I'm infatuated with this city or this little town, but I do want to say that um, my prayers and my thoughts and my concerns go out to the young ladies and the young men that are walking the streets of Kensington searching for whatever it is that gets them gets them high or whatever. Uh, it just I just I feel that I'm this close. I'm this close to getting a bullhorn and like standing on a box and or standing on the steps so that these people can hear me because I don't know what they're going through because I've never did anything like that other than smoke marijuana and and um, and drink alcohol. So I really don't know what they're going through. I just know that the addiction part of marijuana was whereas though as soon as I woke up, I wanted to smoke, and before I went to sleep, I wanted to smoke, and all throughout the day. So I don't know if I can relate to them or if they would relate to me about what I'm saying. But I think that like I've said, I'm like this close to just like telling them that that there's people out here who do care for them, such as their not only their family, not only their brothers and sisters, mom and dad, aunts and uncles, but people like me who just happen to drive through the street and just see these souls that need reaching out to. And so it's really frustrating. I'm like at a loss of words because I don't know what led them to that life, and I don't. It's it's none of my concern. My concern is getting them to see clearly, getting them on the right path of recovery, and knowing that someone out there who doesn't even know them, who never met them before, there's actually people out there who care about their well-being, and hoping that they have a warm place to stay at night out here. It's wintertime right now. It's really cold. It's like Texas, and Texas has went through a period to where as though they didn't have any electricity. The running water was so bad to where as though they had to boil it, and it. There was a couple people out there who passed away in Texas because of the cold. I think it's called hypothermia. When you just get so cold, I think the inside of your body just can't withstand the coldness that is taking place. So I want to say, I want to shout out to Texas and say that people's prayers are with you. And AOC, I think her name is Alec, Alexandria Ocasio Cortez. This is a shout out to her because I think she raised something like $4 million, got on the plane. She's a New York representative, got on a plane and went out there to make sure that those people had adequate supplies of water and food and whatever else that she can do. She's a very powerful woman, very smart. I really, really like AOC. I think that's what they call her, AOC. And Bernie Sanders. I'm not going to get into the political thing of who I like and who I don't like because that's really not important. What is important is those people out there having adequate supplies of food and water so that they can go on the next day, live their live till the next day, and hopefully have their electricity put on so they can go back to living their normal lives. All right, so let me kick this off into Kensington because I think I rambled on long enough. Like I said before, my videos I usually want to keep within like 10, 12 minutes, but sometimes I just get so locked in to the things that are going on in the outside world that it just, it concerns me. And I have, excuse me with the I have a soft spot for those people that are going through those things. And if you would know me, where I came up and how I came up, I, there's really no soft spots that people would have thought that I had in me. I mean, I was always known as just a badass, somebody who would just fight at the drop of a dime and just wouldn't take any stuff. But that's neither here nor there. As I was driving through Kensington and also Center City, something came to my mind. The people that are sitting out on the corners with their little coin jars and just wanting donations, expecting donations, or praying that they get donations. Let me tell you something about you driving by these people, you driving by these souls who could be your brother and sister, your mom and dad, your aunts and uncles. And here it is, you're sitting in a car with your heat on or your air conditioned on with your beverage right next to you, just, sipping on a Coca-Cola or some water, stuff like that. Just remember that they probably don't have the means to get to have things like that, to be in a car that's nice and warm. And something came over me. I said, when this gentleman was sitting out in Center City, it was right up on Broad Street. It was right there at City Hall, as a matter of fact. City Hall, Broad Street, Philadelphia. And he was sitting out there and he had a sign up. And I'm sitting here at the red light and stuff like that. And I'm listening to my music and I'm listening to my podcast, Hassan Campbell, David Goggins, Will Smith, or Denzel Washington. I usually like to listen to like a lot of most motivational speeches. I rolled down my window and I said, yo, man, come on. I said, come here for a second. And he came over and I reached into my glove compartment and I gave him some money. Now, I don't expect anything from this. I don't want anything from this. But what came to my mind was, I wonder how many people who are more fortunate than me, who are making $100,000, $150,000, $200,000 a year. You can't reach into your pocket or your little change compartment or whatever you have to give these people $1 because you think that they're going to take that dollar or whatever they accumulated through the day and go get some drugs. What concern that really shouldn't even come to your mind. What should come to your mind is maybe they need this dollar so that they can go get a donut, a cup of coffee, because they're not eating the same way that we're eating. I can tell you right now, I know that they're not sitting in the house or their apartment like I am, waking up in the morning, making my breakfast, going out to do my work, my community work, or my job, coming back, eating my lunch, and then dinner. They're probably surviving off of a candy bar a day, a cup of coffee, with maybe one donut a day. So what I'm saying to you is, some of these people could be a sign that you're a believer. Mine's is Lord Jesus Christ. It could be Buddha. It could be Hindu. It could be Allah. Whoever it is that you believe in is probably throwing you or probably giving you a test to see whatever it is that you're teaching is how how much that you're paying attention to it, or how dedicated you are into your belief and helping these people out. Because sometimes these people, like I said, aren't eating. They're not drinking 8 cups of water, 4 cups of water a day. So let me tell you something. I think that these people that are sitting there at the stoplight, sitting there on the corner, asking you for change, sitting there by the store or the steps of a 7-Eleven or A Plus or a gas station, are actually tests being thrown at you. I guess I'm not saying the right test, or it's something that is that your higher power is putting out there for you to see where you're, what you're actually listening, and what you are comprehending, and what you are doing in place, or what you're supposed to be doing to help these people. You don't have to help them if you don't want to, but why aren't you? Why wouldn't you dig into your pocket and give them 50 cents, a dollar, $20, especially the ones out there that are making just substantial amounts of money? Well, my money's not for them, and stuff like that. Let me tell you something. You keep driving by these people and just ignoring them with the means that you have, it's going to come back on you. I know it is. It's going to come back. Listen to TY. Listen to TY. I'm telling you right now, because there was a lot of times to where as though I shouldn't have had what I have now: a car, cars, money in my pocket, money in the bank account. And I know that the reason that I do have these things, or that I'm blessed with these things, is because I have the heart and compassion enough to reach down in my pocket and say, here, here's a dollar, here's $5, here's $10 out of the money that I have. What little bit of money I have, I don't have any great substantial amount of money at all. But I'm not going to just keep driving by these people that need help and could use your 50 cents, or that could use your donation to get whatever it is they need to make it through the next day. So you do what you want. You could do what you want. You 100,000, 200, $300,000 people are making all this money, and you just drive by someone who's less fortunate. Don't say the word bum. Don't use the word bum, because somebody in your family could very well end up in that same situation. So just remember that what you have, you probably earned. No doubt about it. Went to school for 5, 6, 7 years, 4 years, went to the Army, went to the Navy, Marines, Coast Guard, whatever. And you feel as though that this money you worked and earned for it, okay, fine and dandy. But don't forget to help out the less fortunate that don't have it like you. Oh, they're on drugs, and that's the life they chose. Man, that could be anybody in your family. It could be anybody in your family that's going through that. And I'm sure you wouldn't want uncles or auntie just having people just keep driving by them without giving them anything. And you know that they need that, like I said, to make it through the next day. So, uh, just a quick story. Just before I close this out, I remember driving through Philadelphia, probably about it was probably about 1 or 2 in the morning. It was probably on a Saturday night or something like that. I think I was coming from a young lady's house, and and I remember pulling over on the side of this road. I think it was Glenwood Street, and I pulled over, or I don't think I pulled over, but I think she either flagged me down or I pulled over for some unknown reason. And she looked into the car. It was a it was a She was probably maybe about 45, 50, 55 years old. And I rolled my window down, and she said to me, she said, hey, young man, she said, do you have a dollar or something? And I said, sure. I said, sure, I have a dollar. This was probably 10 years ago. So this was always in my heart to try to help out the less fortunate. This just didn't happen today or the other day. This just is something that was in me. And she looks into the car. And as I'm handing her the money, she looks into the car and she says, "Oh my gosh." She said, "You're an angel." And she just had this look on her face that reached to my soul when she said that, reached to my heart, touched my heart when she said that, because here it is. I'm running the streets. I'm ripping and running. I'm doing my thing. I'm making my money. Uh, just doing all kinds of sinful, bad things and things that I shouldn't be doing. And when she said that to me, I was just like, okay, well, I'll accept that. I don't know if she said that because of my looks or because she said that because she wanted to just say something nice because I was extending my hand out to her, reaching in my pocket, giving her a couple of dollars. So that always stuck to me. That always got to me, what she said. And here it was 10, 11, 12 years ago. And I'll never forget that. And I think that even being the person that I was all those years ago, like I said, I've always had compassion in me for the people that are less fortunate. So those people could be angels themselves, angels put in that place for you at that certain time that you're ready to pass by, that's at a stoplight or sitting there on the corner with a blanket over them, just looking real disheveled and stuff like that, could be an angel in disguise to test to see where your heart is. So, and just try to reach out if you can, try to donate if you can. But remember that the people on the streets that are less fortunate, they need help too. And even if you don't give them any money, just give them some advice. Maybe that advice that you might give them will get them to fill out an application at a job that they know they can start working at or whatever. So just try to be more mindful of the less fortunate out there and people that need help and that could use help and will appreciate your help. All right, so I'm going to close this out. My goodness, it's going on 25 minutes, and I know these videos are getting long and they're probably getting drawn out to you, but I hope they're reaching out to people who need to hear this. All right, so this is your boy TY checking out of Stone Muscle, and I'll see you again. Peace.